Derivation of the quadratic formula. Remember that the standard form of the quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. We are going to apply completing the square to this equation. So we have ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. First, we need to make the numerical coefficient of the quadratic term be equal to 1. We assume that a in here is greater than 1. That is why we need to divide each term by a. So we have x squared plus b over ax plus c over a is equal to 0. Then we have x squared plus b over ax plus blank is equal to negative c over a plus the blank. C over a from the left side of the equation is positive. On the right side, it became negative c over a by addition property of equality. Now, the middle term is b over ax. b over ax. We focus on b over a as the numerical coefficient of x, and then we have to divide it by 2. Equals b over a times 1/2. We change the operation from division to multiplication, and then we get the reciprocal of 2, and that is 1/2. b times 1 is b, a times 2 is 2a. Now that 2a and that b over 2a, we have to get its square. And that is b squared over 4a squared. That b squared over 4a squared should be supplied on the blank. We have b squared over 4a squared is equal to b squared over 4a squared. Now, this is a perfect square trinomial that is factorable. So, we have x times x. To check x times x, we have x squared. In here, we have b over 2a. b over 2a. Where did we get it? From this one. b over 2a, or simply, it is the square root of b squared and the square root of 4a squared. So, the sign, we have positive and positive. So, this one is positive. Equals these are considered dissimilar fractions. We need to have an LCD. The denominators are a and 4a squared. The LCD is 4a squared. 4a squared divided by a is 4a times negative c. We have negative 4ac. I'll repeat. 4a squared divided by a is 4a times negative c. We have negative 4ac. 4a squared divided by 4a squared is 1 times positive b squared. We have positive b squared. Then we have x plus b over 2a squared is equal to negative 4ac plus b squared all over 4a squared. Extracting the square root of both sides of the equation, we have x plus b over 2a is equal to positive or negative square root of negative 4ac plus b squared. Then the square root of 4a squared is 2a. X is equal to negative b over 2a plus or minus the square root of, we interchange this one, we write first the b square minus 4ac. The sign should not change because we did not apply the addition property of equality. We simply rearrange it. So we have over 2a. For the x sub 1, we have negative b, or no, we have x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b square minus 4ac all over 2a, and this is now the quadratic formula. X equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b square minus 4ac all over 2a.